Welcome back to Brother Main Sudoku. I am Theta, and I do just want to wish you a good day today. Good week, good month ahead, and that today I want to speak light and love and positivity into every area and facet of your life. I do want to wish you wellness in your mind, spirit, soul, and body. That you're jumping hurdles and overcoming obstacles to your pursuit of happiness. That you're finding achievement and success with all of your endeavors. You as the viewer, I do take you in the highest regard, especially my returning viewers. Thank you for sticking with the channel and giving it a fair shot. And I do hope you're getting everything out of this channel that you can. And for you absolute beginners who are new to the channel, on Brother Main Sudoku, what we do is we solve Sudoku challenges for, of course, the ASMR experience, the completion, the satisfaction of completing the puzzle, but also some strategy explanation as we go through, especially on the lower difficulty levels. On the higher difficulty puzzles, we show some different things that you can do to overcome, that daunting feeling of not having, too many pre-filled boxes or placements kind of ambiguous and things like that. So I'm not going to take any time in this puzzle to explain what a Sudoku puzzle is or how it's solved. I'm not going to also go into the features that this particular app does offer. If you want to see any of that information, please check out my preliminary videos, again, of the lower difficulty settings, the medium and hard puzzles. This is a hard puzzle today, but my preliminary videos on this, I've done a few of them, so you will definitely see more hard and expert puzzles predominantly on the channel. I do want to say that as well. In terms of the medium, now there are this particular app, which is the Sudoku app offered on the Google Play Store as well as the iOS Store. It does have a 4.5 rating, 50 million plus downloads, very popular. It does have fast and easy settings. I kind of misspoke in my previous videos that it just starts at medium. It does have fast and easy settings, so those are going to be even more considerably easy. So it's like, I for the sake of enjoyment of the channel, I will not get into any of those, and I have decided that I'm going to limit my medium, both of the commentary and no commentary, as well as the extreme or any of the giant puzzles. I'm going to limit those. I'm going to really target and hone in on the harder expert puzzles, only because I do have the time constraint with my videos, as well as I want to hone in on beginners and things like that, make this more facilitative of beginners. Not saying that seasoned people won't get anything out of this. That's why I'm going to do more of the expert. But in terms of the extreme, the medium is kind of on the low end, and the giant puzzles just take way too long. I'm going to really hone in on the hard and extreme of both the commentary and no commentary. So without further ado, let's hop right in. This again is a hard puzzle. You're going to see this is fairly challenging. It's a hard puzzle, but with adequate strategy, we're not going to face too much of an issue here. So the first thing that really jumps out to me, and you can jump anywhere you want to with this hard puzzle, you want to start where there's the least amount of boxes or blocks, excuse me, is what we call them on this channel, missing. So that might be here with the 3 blocks in this top 3x3 square. So we do get a cross-hatching situation of the 9s. It looks like the 9's perfectly cross-hatched. We really could have just used this one. We definitely are going to place a 9 here, which gives us a good pair right here. You're going to want to get into the rhythm of marking your pairs. You don't absolutely have to do it with this particular puzzle, but let's go ahead and practice that with the harder and the hard with the expert puzzle. You might have to do that definitely with the extreme. So let's do 1 and 6. It's a 1-6 pair, so we now know that the 1 and 6 must go in here, which helps us out in a few ways. We then know that these 2 blocks must be 1 or 6. So as soon as we solve one of these 2 blocks, we can definitely solve the other. We also know then that we know what pair then immediately goes here, because based on logic, it would have to be the 2 remaining digits out of the whole entire row that must go here. So it looks like we're missing a 4 and a 2. We can go ahead and mark that pair as well. So we're going to go ahead and put a 4 and a 2 and a 4 and a 2 here, which then also further then helps us with this block as well, right? We can then say then, for this instance, we can then say if these must be a 4 or a 2, then the 6 cross hatches with these 2 already eliminated to place our 6 definitely right here. So that might be a strategy you use where it makes it less daunting of the 5 blocks that were originally missing in this top left corner. We were able to isolate 2 to 2 blocks, to potential digits 2 blocks, and then use a crosshatch of the row above to ultimately determine this one. And then we're only missing one from this 3x3 square in this bottom row of these top three 3x3 squares simultaneously. It's going to give us a beautiful animation on both. And there you have it. So we were able to complete that. We then know we can go ahead and mark this. You might want to go ahead and take some time to mark this. Let's go ahead and practice even further. We're missing three things definitely from here. We can kind of stop before we do that. We know we're missing the 9, but the 9 perfectly cross hatches all the way through. Again, these were already eliminated, but then this 9 even furthermore just corroborates that the 9 must go then in this top box right here. That's going to be, or block, that's going to be completely correct. So a couple options where you can mark it as well, but then we're just going to use process of elimination. Again, with this crosshatch of the 1 must go here, and then we know then what must go here as well. It must be then the 3. It looks like that's the only thing missing here, and then we can use that. So we'll circle back. Again, we'll epically spin the block, is what we do on this channel, so you hear that lingo a lot. We'll epically spin the block on these 4 and 2s, and we'll come right back. So let's just continue here around. And what we're going to be marking next is, it looks like we get a beautiful crosshatch situation of the 8 right here. That's going to help us out. Then, if you'll notice there, and please get in the comments if you notice that, we can then use this annotated crosshatch because these 2 8s are then delegated to then one of these 2 positions in this row. We can use the annotated crosshatch to place the 8s, and then are eliminated here, here, and here to then place our 8 definitely in this block, and that's going to be correct. All right. We can then follow a crosshatch pattern with the 8s. Actually, it looks like with the 5, excuse me, to give us a beautiful 5 pair. Hopefully you're following the logic. I'll go over that again. The 5 follows the 8 in a crosshatch pattern here, right? So we're getting this eliminated with the 5s, and then place a nice 5-8 pair right here. We're then missing the 1, the 2, and the 6 from these blocks, and we see a 2 crosshatch here to place our 2 most definitely in this block, and then we're missing the 1 and the 6, so we can go ahead and mark a pair here if we'd like. We're just taking some time to do so. You don't ultimately have to if you see that it's absolutely not necessary. Now we do get a beautiful crosshatch pattern right here again with the 1s, if you're following that 1 1 and 1 to place our 1 right here. Awesome. We're then looking for let's see. Looks like the 7s crosshatch to place our 7s right here. We then are missing the 5, the 4, and the 2, and then our 2 crosshatches to place our 2 right here. We're not going to mark, we're just going to fill in that block. And then we saw, since we got it to 2 places, we're going to work back up here, that it's a vice versa kind of opposite situation. So we're going to place the 2 here and the 4 here to complete that out. That's an amazing thing. We then are missing only 2 from these blocks. Here it's going to be the 3 and the 4, and we can just place that vice versa opposite situation again. It's going to be then the 4 and the 3, and that's an amazing thing. We are then missing only 2 from this column right here. That's going to be the 5 and the 1. Excuse me. And this is where you're going to want to slow down and make sure you're missing what you're missing when you're missing it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be you don't want to be making careless mistakes. So this is going to be the 5 and the 7. Go ahead and mark that pair if we'd like. Go ahead and place that in these 2 blocks here. That's a great thing. So you know what's missing here ultimately. All right, we probably could mark another pair if we can. All right, we know that then the 1 and the 3 are then isolated from these blocks, and then we're going to place our 1. And that, we're seeing logic here. It's the same things that are isolated from these 2 blocks that are missing in these 2 blocks. So of course then it has to be, logically entailed that the 1 and the 3 must go in these 2 blocks. So we have 2 pairs, and then we know that it's going to be another pair here, but it's going to be the 8 and the 4. So we can go ahead and mark that. We got 3 sets of pairs in here. So it's going to be the 4 and 8 must go here, and it's all the same things that are missing from the columns and the rows. Completely, so it makes sense. That's another approach you can take when you're going through with your strategy. Does it make sense? Make it make sense. It's got to math all the way through, and it does. We're seeing that then again, the same things that are missing from each of the columns fulfill the pair criteria that would complete those columns. So, all right. We're then just going to finish out here. And we're getting to the end of this puzzle. We do then see that two things are missing from these two blocks right here. So it's going to be the 6, and it looks like the 5. Okay, then that's where we can, use that opposite vice versa situation again. We're going to place our 6 here and our 5 here. And we then are missing then two things from 2, and it's going to be the opposite situation again with the 4. It looks like the 2. So hopefully you guys who are seasoned and returning, again, thank you for doing so. This is not maybe too difficult of a puzzle as you're seeing, but you're still getting something out of it in terms of that ASMR experience. If you're looking, I will take some time right here. If you're looking for that no commentary, I do understand maybe you're just looking for the solution on puzzles and just enjoy the challenge. I do have no commentary. I do offer no commentary of various difficulties on this channel as well. So go ahead and check those out, and I do hope that you can enjoy those as well. But let's get to the end of this puzzle and find this final solution. So we're missing the 8 then here. That's the only thing that is missing. That's going to give us the beautiful animation on that road. Then it was one of 2 places here for the 8. So we know then that this is the 8, and above it is the 4, right? So that definitely helps us out there. We then give in a beautiful crosshatch situation with the 4, so place our 4 in this block. All right, and then we can follow up, looks like the crosshatch situation with the 4 finally in this block right here. All right, the next thing would be, let's see, it looks like the, looks like the, not the 3, the 3's there. The 2 then perfectly cross hatches. We're going to place our 2 here. We're then looking at 1, 6, from this column, we're missing these 6 and the 9 is going to be vice versa opposite situation here. Place our 6 and our 9. And then we're missing the 7 and the 1. So we can go ahead and mark that pair again if you. We're just getting that practice today on marking our pairs and getting that in that rhythm. Whenever you see that's going to play out big. Again, if you haven't seen any of my expert or extreme puzzles, please check those out as well. You'll see why that definitely plays in big and stuff like that. So let's then we see that this has to be either a 1 or a 3. This has to be a 7 or 5. And then what can go here? You might say that that's the way we're going to do this right now. So then if it's 4 spots, it's 1, 3, 7, and 5. 3 and 7 cannot go here. So then this is either 1 or 5, right? Because we're using that crosshatch here. Follow logic. Hopefully you're able to do that. So then you have that situation here. We can go ahead and then it's 4 spots here, right? And we're seeing that it's got to be 1, 7, 5, and 8. 8, 5, and 7 crosshatch here, and you can use that as well. This must then be 1, right? That's going to help us out. It was 1 of 2 spots right here in this 3x3 square. We're going to get the beautiful animation, finish out this column next, and we're epically spinning the block, and we're banging out that sign up and getting that, turning in that worksheet. We're going to go ahead and place our 3 right here. We then are left with, and the 1, it was 1 of 2 spots right here for the 3 and the 1. So we're going to place our 1 here. Awesome. So we're back. And then we're going to then place, looks like our 5 can only go here. Awesome. It was 1 of 2 spots here. It looks like we're going to get that autocomplete right on time. Perfect timing. We're going to hit that autocomplete and just finish it out. And that's an amazing thing. I do want to take some time to thank you a third time. I can't thank you guys enough. That's why I continue to do so, especially you guys who are the returning viewers and have stuck with the channel. Again, I am Theta. My real name is Nicholas A.A. Grant, and I am a writer as well as an aspiring screenwriter as well. So I'm looking to break into media and entertainment and solidified myself as a legend, produce a lot of legendary works, but it always takes that first one that gets picked up and noticed. As you've seen, my handles have popped up on the screen here. It's beginning with my Cash App, so I will take a moment to say that, this channel is substantiated. Everything that I do is substantiated by donations and contributions from viewers like you. I also have the Brother Man podcast that I do on Monday and Friday mornings at 7 a.m. It's the same time I release new Sudoku challenges if you're looking for that as well. But you are able to watch the videos, of course, whenever you want, as well as on the Brother Main podcast homepage. All of the podcasts are available for listening at any time, but they are both substantiated by donation contributions. So if you feel so ever moved, if you've enjoyed the channel thus far, and you want to continue and see it maintained and upheld, please make a donation today. Anything helps. $1, $5. It all adds up. It all maths and it all makes sense. So, I do want to thank you guys for getting in the comments, letting me know what kind of puzzles that you're trying to see more of. I definitely take that into consideration. And please then hit the like, notification, subscribe button as well. And I will definitely see you lovely people in the next one. Take care.